This presentation is brought to you in living color on Zoom from the Bratschi, Petix and Haggerty homesteads in Portland, Oregon and Clearwater, Florida. Tonight, live, the Step Up to the Bar Association Legal Conference and Awards Banquet presents the second annual Quibbly Awards. The Quibbly Awards are brought to you by the Nickel Emporium, where everybody gets a nickel. Ground Force, moles are the enemy. SafeMart, be safe. Divisipin, why compromise and work things out? And the Clean Sphincter Society, your taint is your treasure. Ladies and gentlemen, we are expecting numerous luminaries to attend or cancel. And with your masters of ceremonies, the gregarious Greg Petix, the Brendarius Brendan Haggerty, and the malevolent Matt Bratschi, welcome to the second annual Quibbly Awards!
Impressive.
Alrighty.
I feel
Welcome.
like I deserve to be a member of this. It's so prestigious.
But you're the gregarious Greg Petix, so you're absolutely part of this. So I welcome everybody that we've got so far here. We've got Mel Ortiz from the podcast Misheard Lyrics. We got Marc Morales, who's a filmmaker, playwright. Jason Pollock, a incredibly famous comedian in his own mind out of New Jersey. Kris Gowen, the author of, God, I can't remember the name of your book, Kris, because I've lost all of my notes. So it's We the World, I think, is what the name of it, right?
Well, there's One Nation Under Song.
That's the one.
And then
I was
also the podcast Before You Swipe. So depending on what I'm representing today.
Okay, fair enough. Shanna Toft, who is getting her name out there as an actor in many different projects, currently can be seen in the show 1883, which is the prequel to the show Yellowstone. Twizm Whyte Piece just showed up. He is a rapper out of Canada, and he has got himself muted, so who knows if we'll ever hear his voice during the course of this.
I'm muted. I'm unmuted. Hey, wait a second.
So we need to get you into the classroom. We need to get you into the classroom, Twizm.
Yeah,
so,
I don't get a seat. What's that all about? Like,
we'll put you
in
here.
Trouble or something?
You are.
You're already busted, man.
You didn't bring an apple for the teacher. So.
Hey,
wait a minute. Why don't I have a white screen
Active
behind?
Jason has
Move to your left a little bit, or to your right, Jason. It gives like the algorithm time to do something. Maybe. I don't know. I actually can't answer that question. Maybe that's what you walk around town with all the time. And so
How come he gets to bring his room to class?
My real backdrop is white. This is all fake behind me.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's because everyone else has a... No, I don't think everybody else has a fake backdrop.
I want to bring my room to class.
You want to do what?
How come he gets to bring his room to class and I don't get to bring my room
Maybe
to class?
his room wanted to learn something, and so it decided to stick around. I don't know. But we do have actually another special presentation. This one's going to take a few minutes, so you're going to have to bear with me on this one. But again, I said that the people who are here early were the ones who are going to get to see the special stuff. As soon as I figure out where the thing is that I'm doing. All right, there it is.
You're talking about porn? Special?
Pretty much, Greg, yes.
Wow. I actually have a computer. But here comes the stuff, the rooster! Stinky Foot and Rat. I totally watched that show. It's not a giant jump from the one-eyed cat at the fish store to NWA. I guess my point was, there are, we could debate. Was there spanking involved? Grimace like shakes. Grimace. I think everybody finds whatever meaning they find in whatever. Penis food people are a very narrow niche. Music means something to you because it means something to you. Joni Mitchell, sounded good to me, whereas before I was just like, who's this bitch? So is there a Chinese sub-genre of railroad music? I feel like I'm kind of in a spaceship and I just keep to myself. I want to get Justin Timberlake in a little cage and then poke him with a stick. If there was a naked lady on it, that's metal. I would have smoked those cigarettes. Sexy Times in the Underground Railroad. Have you seen that book? Just imagine those sticky little fingers. Oh, there was something that stirred in me. I could do stew porn, I think, and nah, I don't care anymore. She's whatever female. I could be her father. I'm listening, Buddha. Suddenly you're a prude. I mean, look, you know, I've been to the, but they. Oh my God. Well, of course, Mr. Logical. Are you going to start quibbling about my prepositions? I'm going to imagine her as something I might eat. Well, here's the thing, which is, I'm just squabbling. I believe that an unattached nipple would be very offensive. I will go to the beach and I will attempt, namaste, to dead chicken eyes any females that I might find attractive. I don't think they're spitting in the coffee. If you're not part of a first world economy, then you can run around naked. We're it's almost like we're saying, that I was already starting to fall asleep when I don't even know what he said. And that's part of the, I guess, as a significant dipshit, I've even set my little thing on Netflix and gone, let's just see. A movie's got about 20 to 30 minutes to catch you. If it hasn't, that movie sucks. Well, there are certain movies I watch with my little thing, and there are certain movies I don't. You need to hydrate, man. You need some milk. Wait a minute. So it's like, who I could see Greg moving around because God knows he's always moving around. I'm aware of how math works. What happened was that the organ grinders and the monkeys got canceled. They were grinding Louis C.K.'s organs. I think that I think that where this really ends up is that
Please don't show my highlights.
I was almost more alarmed by Greg's lack of facial hair.
He's bringing that whole roll of pennies to pour over your head, Greg. You're a tiny lawyer? Yeah, I do what I can to repeat what other people say. Maybe that's because I am a pretentious man. Aren't you talking to us? You're wrong. The bird is the word. The bird. I own an albatross. Oh, that's not possible. Thought of loving you is getting so exciting. Wonder what that's supposed to be implying. You don't mind somebody poking you in the eyes with needles. That's a good thing. We have a podcast. Could you listen? We step on balls, then we can put it to music, and then people will buy it, and you will like it hearing about that, right? Please? I feel like I'm lost. That is incorrect. Perhaps I should be in jail right now. I want you to speak like him from that era, because I am a monkey. I don't know who came to that conclusion, Greg. But you can't sit still when we do the show. What the hell is wrong with you? Godzilla is really a song entirely about Johnny Cash. What you do on a ranch is different than what you do on a farm. You're not always at this level of slur. You will save or damn this podcast. So what are we talking about? They have taken the world by storm. Greg, you're off on a weird tangent right now. I do what I can. I also have a tremendous amount of back pain. It's like earth acne, and they really couldn't find anything that was left of him other than liquid him. It would, and I don't know what the hell is in that damn pike's mind. That was Greg's vibrator's name. The males are agitated. Why you be a moose boy? They grab hundreds of leprechauns and squeeze them. Oh, I gotta get out of here. As a matter of fact, they wore them on their head like lamps. Like most people wear lamps on their heads. And then out pops a bighorn sheep. I remember peeling the skin off the frog. No, you beavers ain't gonna build that dam here, I'll tell you right now. You were no good for humanity. I did get to commit an act of aggression against a foreign power. You get the whiff of Canada. You cannot ask me a question. No, thank you. No, thank you, sir. You have not gone to a real French restaurant then. Yes, I will help you. Would you like to smell the cork? And that's when you think you're going to die. I had 3 kids in terror. I'm going to die. The 3 of us are all wrong. And now, what you've all been waiting for. Highlights from Greg. from season 1.
I wonder if I get a mule, I'll become a better karaoke singer. Maybe I should get a mule. Chad was a very big name in caveman times. Sappho the poet, a Greek poet, I know how she felt. This woman who died 3,000 years ago, I can still read her poetry and be like, oh, she's like my friend. Hey, if you put the hoo-ha to the doodad, I'm sure that they're like in the Middle Ages, maybe there was some king who had a giant pinball thing and it put serfs in this ball, shoot them around. I'm the shining light of this show. After 10 years, I could have $5 roughly and I could buy a frozen pizza from Safeway. Pizza is the best food, you know, it's just so yummy and hearty and I love it. Even when it's bad. I buy groceries when they're on sale and I eat them. The universe had no things in it. It would be a pretty shitty universe. Someone figured out that's called a rock, so we don't have to stick one. Oh, which or they could say rock. Crows can communicate and say, intruder alert. I need more information about this Australia you speak of, because there was rock walls way before fingers. If humans were around with dinosaurs, they might have walked their dinosaur. And the Eastern European people invented Caucasian. They invented the Caucasian. Who were the dictators who liked the shoes a lot? Do you think there is a warehouse somewhere that has Hitler's brain? Matt, your eyes look so pretty right now without your glasses. Well, because you're just hateful. People want to be your friend, but you won't let them. There's a gajillion planets. A bazillion planets. Hey, baby, it's rock and roll tonight. We're gonna dance. Dance the night. All right. When Iggy and the Stooges recorded Now I Want to Fuck Your Dog, that was a turning point in rock history. I'm a poetry major. Matt did some research for me because he has a computer. Look at the fancy pants over at Bill Gates's. Oh, wow, la-di-da. Stick your pinky out while you type into that, why don't you? Come on. What am I, fucking William Shakespeare? Yo, bitch, go in the kitchen, make me a sandwich. That's a little odd. No, it's better because Matt said it and I mocked him for it for like a full minute. They'll be our client every week. We'll just talk about ball stomping every week for the next 5 years. Blah, 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 blah. Just fuck the dog and now my balls are stone. You're such an ignoramus. I'm going to be Clarence Darrow now. If the cake is good, who cares if the icing is, you can wank all you want. It was a metaphor. Let's just have a massacre. What is broad daylight? Is that a scientific term? Your crazy Satanist beliefs. Stop trying to put your religion in the show, Matt. They're all wrong, and we're the lone voices in the wilderness screaming the truth. Like prophets. We're prophets. Bain de soleil for the Saint-Tropez 10. Well, a beautiful woman isn't a dead chicken. That's just, nobody would get aroused by a dead chicken. A lot of people love women's asses, but they're not pro poop. Okay, let's get back to sex, everybody. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the things. I don't know the rest of the lyrics. I've seen movies. I pay attention to culture and I read things. I'm not Mother Nature. In our culture, nipples are not innocuous. Every time you wear a mask, you're helping the Handmaid's Tale people. I was a teenage gorehound. You're wrong if you disagree with me. Let's have cunnilingus on this commercial for Burger King. That's not a chihuahua. That's a rat. I bet their best dreams, though, are where they're slaughtering humans and eating them. I bet they wake up smiling. We were scared of the albino kangaroo. I desperately wanted to see something supernatural. Unleash the Kraken. Maybe there's Mothras down there and Ghidras. We don't know. I have an uncle who has a nephew whose best friend, a friend of his best friend, saw Steve Bannon in the woods. Wandering out there. I don't know if it's true. Can you still see Mustache Rides 5-cent t-shirts? Mustache Rides are the most inflation-proof thing in this country. But I constantly entertain myself, like when I'm brushing my teeth. When you die, I want your suet, Matt. I watch porn where people drink tea and they chat about the weather. It's hot. I think this is the best podcast we've had yet, because Brendan is like, this is the best. Is this an intervention for me, Matt? That's supposed to be a moment of clarity. I was supposed to be like, oh, that's what I sound like when I'm drunk.
No, this is just so people can get an idea of what happens on episodes they're not on. But they're supposed to be highlights, but they're basically from like the first 5 episodes that we did. I couldn't do like the first season because that would have taken me a year to just collect all that.
I think someone wants to get in.
There's a couple of people who are in, so I will change the immersive view so that we can get them into their seats properly.
Whoa, I'm in a different immersive view.
Hello, welcome.
There we go. All right. I think we can probably get the actual award started because we got a lot of people who have come in already. I hope you all enjoyed that little presentation of some highlights from the show where it's before we actually started having guests. That was in our first season. We're going to be starting our 5th season next week. So
I hope you all could go to the bathroom while that was playing.
I did appreciate your singing abilities in that highlight reel of you, Greg.
Like a songbird.
That's right. Exactly. All right. So, without any further ado, Greg or Brendan, do you have anything you would like to state before we get started, or do you just want to stand there, sit there,
I'd like to thank everyone for coming. I'm so happy you guys showed up to get this really crappy award.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Perfect. Great.
Yeah, this is the 2nd annual Quibblys Award. So we've been doing this podcast now for 2 years. I think yesterday was our actual anniversary, and we did Quibbly Awards last year. So essentially, to get a Quibbly Award, you essentially just have to be on the show. It's pretty easy. There's not like major qualifications that are required for that to happen. So I'm going to change to the speaker view so that when you do get your award, everyone can see who you are as opposed to just this panel of faces that are in front of everybody. So why don't we switch over to this, and we'll see who I have. Actually, no, Shanna has been here for like an hour almost already. She was here before we even started the show. So let me get her award going.
She tries to get back to the set.
I don't know.
Something like that, yes.
She wants to get back to something that's like more interesting in her life, probably, I think is.
She has to go feed.
I have 2 auditions to do.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You got to feed that she-wolf that's been following you around for 10
That's
years.
right, yeah. Actually, I might be, I will be up in that territory again in the fall. So maybe I'll see her.
That would be so cool. So the 2022 Quibbly goes to Shanna Toft, Best Actress to play Black Belt Accountant in John Wick 9 Adversarial Fund.
I love that. I love it.
That's your dream, right? I remember.
Actually, John Wick is up on my manifestation wall. I've got Keanu up there and everything. Of course, I totally can see myself there.
I hope you don't have to wait till 9. But hopefully it'll be like 6. John Wick 6.
That would be wonderful. Yes, yeah. I've got to do a couple of westerns first, and possibly a sci-fi, and then a first century project also. And these are all big projects. And I can't talk about them yet because they're not announced yet. So
wait, you mean like Gladiator, first century Rome?
No, but what I can say about that one is I'm the main character that the whole thing is about. The main character, I'm one of his daughters, so I'm in every single episode. And it's for multiple seasons.
You're the Virgin Mary, aren't you?
You know I am, totally.
Whose daughter would she be, Greg, if she was the Virgin Mary?
I don't know. I don't know. What was Mary's father?
Fred the Tailor? Was that the
Who was
father?
Mary's father? I don't know. I don't remember that from the Bible. Who her father was.
Mary's father was Bernard, and he came from the mountains.
Bernardo?
He was a goat herder. He sold cheese down in the local market. Kind of not really good, but he was a good guy. Everybody liked him.
The Apocrypha, Brendan? The Apocrypha?
I heard the same story. It's in that older version of the Bible, the one that Brendan just told about Mary's father. Yeah, I heard he also sold shoes. I don't know. He was pretty big, different colored shoes at the same time. Phenomenal. He was ahead of his time. It's an older version of the Bible. They found it in a cave somewhere.
Well, considering Marc has just spoken up, we can certainly move along and do Marc's award next.
Oh,
but again, Shanna, you can do a thank you or an I hate you speech for your award if you choose.
Well, I would love to thank everybody who is in attendance right now and those who are watching live. Thank you so much for having me on the show previously. I look forward to being on the show again at some point, and I really, really love my award. Thank you guys so very much.
Yeah, we'll get the awards sent to everybody by email. If you send me your email address, if I don't have it already, our email is qsblawoffices@gmail.com. Or most everybody's a friend of mine on Facebook or connected through Instagram or something. So just contact me directly, and I can get you your award. Some people frame them, some people don't. It's choices. Some people crumple them up and throw them in the trash. Whatever you want to do.
Going next to my John Wick posters up on my manifestation wall. So
okay,
I will send a picture of it. Buy everything.
That's fantastic. Well, thank you very much for being here, Shanna. All right, we're going to move on to our next awardee.
Can I just say real quick that Mary's father taught his grandson Jesus about cobblery and shoes, and that's why they call Jesus the fixer of men's souls.
Thanks, Greg.
I
thought we were going into like peach cobbler territory, and you went a completely different route.
I love it.
All right.
Okay, the 2022 Quibbly goes to Marc Morales, Best Unsolicited Promoter of the Accelerator.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
He was such a good pitch man for that.
Hey, it's a good product. I'm going to stand behind it. I'm standing behind that just like that guy stands behind his pillow.
Yeah, very similar.
That guy.
You're going to work for Trump?
Never. No, just standing behind a pillow. Yeah, let's listen to him. Great.
Well, again, you can give either an I thank you, or a I hate you speech, whatever you feel in the mood for.
Oh, guys. Well, first, just thank you. All kidding aside, this is awesome. It really is. And I guess this is going to be the closest I get to a Dundie Award. So I'm going to give Pam Beasley's acceptance speech when she won her Dundie. This is Pam Beasley's speech. I'm going to steal it. She's like, I want to thank God because God gave me this Dundie, and I feel God in this Chili's tonight. So thank you. Thank you, guys.
Hallelujah.
I feel like we should have done this in a Chili's to make this more appropriate.
Maybe next year.
We could have split appetizers.
I wish.
We could have had
Next year they'll
second
have the
drink.
budget to fly us all out there.
No, you don't have to. We could Zoom it. We could all go to different
Yes,
Chili's
yes.
in our own areas and just do from there.
I don't think there are Chili's here.
I don't have a Chili's.
You don't have
Yeah.
Chili's?
Oh, in Canada.
Yes, we've got two people from
Anti-Canadian.
Canada with us. This is an international broadcast, everybody.
You guys have
First off,
bubblegum shrimp?
Well, first off, I'm no longer in Canada. So like that was like a couple months ago. Now I'm back in the States now. So
Like you're in the States for good, Twizm, or what?
I'm here for about a year maybe or so, just running around, getting some things done and trying to get that citizenship taken care of, man. They kicked me out and said you got to come back and retry. So
Even though
you
you're
gotta stay and go to Chili's.
But your wife is a Canadian citizen, isn't she?
Yeah,
You
and the
know-
kids
you know-
are all dual citizen and everything, but because of COVID and then the war in Syria and then war in Ukraine, my application just kept getting pushed back and pushed back. When they finally got to it, man, everything was expired. Everything was
What, you
done
should
and-
just tell them you're a Ukrainian refugee and you're trying to find
I
a
should
spot.
say something. I should have pulled out some kind of card, but no, man. Now I'm in West Virginia and like I feel so out of place, like so out of place.
Are you coal mining while you're
yeah.
there? Or?
I know, but man, like I should be. I'm in the wrong line of work, man. Those guys are like millionaires.
Really?
All of the guys in the coal mines are
miners?
millionaires?
I mean, not all of them, but they're like, it's like one of the highest paying jobs in the state. So like anybody that's affiliated with that line of work is like paid, bro. They
Oh,
got
right, because you only get to like enjoy the money for until you're like 41, because then you die from black lung.
Exactly right. But no, man, it's weird. It's weird coming from Toronto down to such a small atmosphere. Like it's so weird. So, but yeah, I'm no longer in Toronto right now, but I'll be back
No.
there. So.
Well, that's where I am. So
Oh, well, very cool.
Well, with that in mind, let's bring Twizm into this since he's already talking.
yeah.
For,
I thought she was first.
for his award.
Let the lady go first.
Well, you were already gabbing, so I'll just get you
Oh, my
started. Here we go.
gosh.
So, Greg, go for it.
The 2022 Quibbly for Best Non-Licky Boom Boom Rap Ambassador to the metric people of Canada goes to Twizm Whyte Piece.
Yes. Yes. No, that's well said. Well said.
Metric people of Canada.
All right.
Yeah. Hey, man. And you know what's the hardest part of that is like you know, you can sit there, we all joke about it until you actually try to go like do some sort of measurement. And then you get like so pissed off and aggravated because you're like, I never learned, you know what I mean? It's bad, bro, it's bad. And then just as I start to learn it after 10 years of living there, I finally come back to the States and it's like, how much for a gas? It's like $5. What's $5? I don't understand gallons and things now. So it's all backwards for me again. I've been here about
you got
60
liters,
days
huh?
now. Huh?
You got liters.
Yeah, in Canada. Yeah, in Canada there's liters, and then here you got gallons and such, right? So
I thought your leader was Trudeau.
Huh?
Oh, Matt.
I couldn't let. There we go.
There you go.
Okay, well, Twizm, so you can give, again, either a thank you or an I hate you speech for your award, your choice.
All right, I'm definitely got to give an I thank you. I thank you for the award. It means, it's actually kind of cool, man. It was well said, bro. I really liked it that. But also on top of that, man, I want to give a thank out to you guys for being such kick-ass, you know, podcast hosting and people like that, man. I do got to ask though, real quick, man, in the midst of my thank you, what happened to the Santa Claus thing? I was trying to figure out why there was a different individual in these intro shows, and then all of a sudden I'm talking to like this clean-shaven. What happened? What did you choose?
Well, the gold mine went bust, so I had to go back to a real job.
That's great.
Prospecting didn't work out.
That's right. Humphrey Bogart basically wiped me out, and I had to go back to. Actually, I say to a real job. I'm just wearing a jacket. I'm wearing shorts under this, so this is.
Oh, absolutely.
This is all a facade.
That's the way to do it nowadays, man. Like they've even got this news story about how going back to work is not the same anymore. So hey, you know, get it how you do it.
I'm saying that Lavana Bratschi had something to do with him getting rid of that beard too. I suspect.
Well, she does prefer me with a beard. She just doesn't prefer me with that beard.
Okay.
There's limits.
That's right.
Yeah. No, I get it.
I am not a fan of being married to Grizzly Adams. No.
Well, let's continue with our Canadian contingent. Thank you very much, Twizm. We appreciate having you on.
Man, thank you guys, everybody. Thank you.
Quite welcome. Again, you guys can stick around as long as you want, if you want, and you can say things if you choose. All righty, Greg, go for it.
The 2022 Quibbly for most lettered karaoke author with a dating podcast goes to Dr. L. Kris Gowen.
I forgot to get that stupid applause sound effect. Damn it.
Yay.
Well, I'd like to thank you for having me on your show. And last year, I believe, I was your favorite sex educator who never gave you advice, which I realized because during the dating podcast, I actually gave advice. So we fixed that part. And then I realized, because I texted you when I was bored and you're like, oh, come on the podcast. So then I was on again for the two-parter. So at some point, I'm just sort of grooming you all to let me eventually co-host, because I have been on your podcast now for 3 hours in that one season.
You can be our Ed McMahon and just laugh at all our jokes in the background.
But no, thank you very much. I do believe that that's an accurate title. I probably am the most lettered karaoke author with a dating podcast.
I tried to make it, we tried to make it specific to you. So that's.
No, that's good.
And for those of you interested, she actually, her book is actually quite fascinating. She traveled around the country and did karaoke in all 50 states.
Oh, very cool.
So
That's
one
phenomenal.
nation under songs.
Oh, that's so cool. Congratulations.
That is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I did.
Excellent job.
Right before Trump got elected president. I think I was the only person in Portland who was not surprised when he won, because I had just finished driving around America. And then I came back and everyone's like, what happened? I'm like, oh, let me tell you.
Yeah.
What happened?
There's a whole other country out there. And
yeah.
Guess
what? Well, you know, Twizm, you're in West Virginia now.
Yeah, I know. Right? Oh, tell me about it. You should see these people, man. They got their flags and their signs and their stickers and their shirts. And I swear to God, I'm in the wrong place. I'm telling you. Look, you see me with a SpongeBob shirt. I walked out of this house with this SpongeBob shirt on, and I swear to God, as if I was I had this look that people were just like, wha-bam! And they would just follow me the entire time, wherever I was like, oh my God, guys, come on. Like, I guess I'm so far from the norm of what it is out here. Like the guys, they're all built one way. The atmosphere is all one way. So,
well, I think West Virginia is not familiar with the ocean either. So that could be part of the issue with the SpongeBob.
Yeah. You should put coal dust on your face every day. Coal dust.
Why does he have that stuff on him?
They don't have pineapples here either. So.
Right. The truth is, Twizm, in Florida, we make fun of West Virginia.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Hey, look, I'm in West Virginia and I'm making fun of West Virginia.
That's all you can do. That's all you can do.
I think the Happy Hour News team needs to do West Virginia Man.
Oh my God.
Maybe add that to their repertoire.
We could do that.
No.
We've actually got
one of the really cool
pretty
things
big fans in West Virginia.
I got to admit, one of the really cool things is right down here at the capital of Charleston. It's like 75,000 to 100,000 people. So that's the capital, okay? But the mall here, they have this really, really cool. So it's on half one side and it's on half the other side. But it's like the West Virginia Music Hall of Fame. And in this Hall of Fame, they also have like the early editions of like the radios and different little stories of independent broadcasters and things like this. And
I think they also have like recordings of people's teeth falling out into metal buckets.
Probably not to mention some banjos and stuff.
Yeah.
They also have a statue of Barney Fife. I have a picture of my.
Yeah. That's right over here at the college. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, as much as I want to hear more details about the ins and outs of West Virginia, we do have an award show going on. So I should.
Oh, Matt, don't be a wet blanket.
I'm sorry.
Just for that, Shanty.
That's the QSB version of the music is playing, get off the fucking stage.
Right, exactly. Right.
And it's not often that my wife uses profanity either. So
well, I was waiting for a F-bomb to drop, so now I know it's fair game.
It's
for
funny
us
that
to
it
use
came from her. So
Right.
Oh, they dropped a little while ago. You guys missed the highlight reel that ran earlier, but I would like to get our next guest.
The 2022 Quibbly for Best Witness to Most Misheard Lyrics in Perpetuity goes to Mel Ortiz.
Hey, Mel.
No mention of her amazing glasses.
Thank you. I didn't know if I've really earned this, so I just wore you all down. But I will take this wonderful award. The highlight for me with doing that podcast with you guys, I think a couple of years now, was when Greg thought the misheard song lyric was Disco Jihad. And we were like, we need to make t-shirts.
Oh, I love the nightlife.
I know and you were like, you thought, sing it, Greg.
I love the nightlife. I got to boogie on the Disco Jihad. Yeah. When I was a little boy,
we need to make t-shirts.
Totally.
I have several designs I've been working on, and it's one of those like passion projects I'll go back to. I'm like, no, disco. Anyway, so I'm working on it. They're coming soon to our merch store. So
awesome.
That is great. That is great to hear, Brendan. I didn't know that you were still working on that. I know that we gave
I also love how
a task about 5 months ago, so it's good to see that you're right on top of it.
I love how Mel thought that Laura Branigan was singing about E.T. somehow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean,
What song was this?
Because Gloria, she says, they got your alias, but she thought they were saying, I think they got Elliot.
You're living under. Yeah.
She knows a
At
little
the
kid
same
from
time,
E.T.
E.T. came out, so I thought that makes sense.
Yes, Mel has a very fun, very professional, much more professional than us podcast, where she talks about songs that are well known for having misheard lyrics, and she does research into them and finds out all sorts of interesting things like, I don't know, the shoe size of the daughter of famous artists, that type of thing.
And her alias, speaking of Laura, the lyrics, her alias is amazing. It's Ms. Heard.
That's awesome. I want to be on your podcast.
We'll definitely have you. I mean, I love it.
Can I share something?
Everyone's got one.
Mel, I got to share this. I used to work with special needs, and when they would dance and try to sing, it was just magical. And the one that was coming up to me, they were playing Bob Marley, and she's coming up to me. She goes, "Come on, pajamas. Hope you like pajamas."
I love it.
Like,
I
it's
love
not
it.
pajamas.
It should be pajamas. Come on. And amazingly, when Kris knows this because Kris was also on my podcast. We talked about what she thought. So Kris share in a second, but there's no other podcast that does what I do still. Amazingly, there are like people have done a show here and there, but I'm still the only one, which still blows me away. And I'm hitting my 3 years coming up. So
not anymore. You're not. All right. All right.
One more project for Marc Morales to be in the middle of.
You better lawyer up, Bill.
I know we have to figure out how to do the misheard lyrics / online dating crossover.
There it is.
It could be a whole multimedia company, you know.
Absolutely. I love it. I'll take all the ideas.
Well, since Jason had an excellent retort for that particular whatever I'm talking about, we will have Jason next for the next thing that I'm still trying to figure out the technology for. All right.
More of a retortellini.
Yes. A small Italian retort.
Exactly. I'm on fire tonight. The 2022 Quibbly for best comeback to a survivor of Willy Wonka's murder factory goes to Jason Pollock.
This is such an honor.
And if you didn't hear Jason's podcast with us, you probably don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But it's a great story.
To sum it up, I had an argument with Violet Beauregard, the woman who played her, and I got annoyed. We were talking about what's good, what's acceptable in comedy, what's not acceptable, and she got on my nerves so much. I stood up and said, "Why don't you go chew some gum, Violet?" Really nice meeting you, and walked away. And it was kind of like a mic drop moment for me. It was this is such an honor, guys. Thank you. I'm gonna frame that because not only have you proven yourself. Well, first of all, I haven't spoken to you since I did your podcast about a year ago, however long ago that was, and then you come and invite me on this show, which means you've already exceeded my social graces better than my Jewish mother has. If I went this long without talking to her, forget about it. I'm such a flake. And it's nothing against you all. It's a me problem. But thank you so much, guys. This was fantastic.
Jason has a very funny and wry podcast called It's Jason. So if you guys ever get the opportunity to check his out, he gets a lot of different comedians on, and definitely worth listening to. And thank you for showing up here, Jason. Appreciate it. Yes. All right. So let me see who the next person shall be. We'll just make it a surprise every time, and Greg will just have to read whatever's on the screen. So here we go.
Yes.
The 2022 Quibbly for best ghosted ghost hunter goes to Michelle Rowan.
Hi everybody.
Thanks for coming back.
There she is.
Thank you for having me. I am like gobsmacked. I am. That's a new word. I am gobsmacked by everybody I've heard so far. I am just like, wow, like this is incredible. I love karaoke. I'm hearing about West Virginia, and I'm like, somebody said, "Oh, it's a Barney Fife statue." And I'm like, the Mothman is there. All things paranormal. I'm like, Barney Fife? No, the Mothman is there. I love, all things scary and paranormal. And okay, so I have to tell you. Okay, I know everybody has a song lyric, but I love misheard song. I mean, I was like, what? There's a podcast? Where? When? I have to hear this. My husband and I, we're in the car, we're just driving along, and Dream On by Aerosmith comes on, and, he sings a lyric, and I literally turned off the radio, and I said, I'm sorry, what? I said, sing that again. And he sings the lyrics. I couldn't breathe. I was laughing so hard. And he's like, and so it's the lyric, everybody has their dues in life to pay, right? Everybody knows Dream On. Everybody has got their dues in life to pay. And he was singing, everybody has their Tuesday night buffet. I said, Abe, why would Steven Tyler be singing about a Tuesday night buffet? He was pissed. He was like, I don't know. He was, like, whatever, and I was like, so now I can't even sing it right. It's the next time you guys hear that song, it's going to have to be everybody's got their Tuesday buffet. And it really does kind of sound like that. So anyway,
well, they do have a residency in Vegas right now, so that could apply.
Yeah.
Okay. See, there you go. He'll be happy to know that.
So there was some deep metaphorical concept of the Tuesday night buffet and the everyman that your husband was trying to conjure up.
Yes, I think you might be right. He is always hungry, so might be right. So yes, thank you so much for this award. I'm not sure what to say.
Nobody's ever sure what to say.
No, I didn't think I would win, to be honest. I mean, I'm not.
It was easy to win, I'll tell you. There was only one person in the running for this award.
No
like
competition.
We really like
on
you.
that award.
I know you really like me. I just realized there's a zillion podcasts I need to listen to, and I want to start my own now. But the problem is that I'm like all over the place. I have like 8 million things that I love. I'm like Kris, I have a master's degree in social work, and so I am kind of a therapist during the day and ghost hunter by night. And so I'm doing a million different things. I have 8,000 million different interests.
Have you ever done any social work for the ghosts that you've come across? Like telling them to...
I have. I am like the ghost therapist. Like we'll go out and do our stuff and I'm like, well, it depends. Sometimes I get a little shitty with them if I feel like they're assholes and I'm like, get all salty. That's my Philly. I'm from Philly originally. So I'm like,
Get them signed up for food stamps. The ghosts.
I do. I'm like, what service can I sign you up for? Medicaid? How can I help? But no, I do get real like, I don't know, especially if I think it's a kid, but I'm skeptical too. Like not everything is a ghost. So, people are like, ooh, but yeah. So I thank you all for this award and for thinking of me. And again, I can't believe I won. I know I'm up against so many great people for this award. So thank you very much.
Yeah, Michelle and I met actually through TikTok. We connected.
Yes.
And that's how, and she was part of a group called the Mystic Ghost Paranormal Research Team. And
that was a great episode.
We heard that episode while I was at the gym. And then I stopped going to the gym, so I didn't hear as many of your podcasts.
I hope that wasn't us that made you.
No, it's just my laziness. We're good.
I hear you. I'm there. I'm right there with you. But yeah, I do have a TikTok. It is all over the place, just like me. Somehow, I don't know how, but it's like almost 50,000 followers. And I'm like, I have no idea how this happened because it's just ridiculous things. So it's just Ghost Mama. And it's just right now
I'm with ghosts on it.
Huh?
You twerk with ghosts on it.
Obviously, that's how I got to 50,000 because I'm twerking. Right now, I'm on a Gen X kick. So if there's any Gen X people out there, I'm on my Gen X thing where I'm like, oh my God, Alice was 43 years old when she did the Brady Bunch, and
I'm Gen X.
You are?
Yeah.
Yeah. So right, go Gen X. But I'm not one of those Gen X.
I think everyone here is.
Yeah. So like it's I don't feel like old, but apparently
that's okay. The rest of us will feel old for you.
Yeah, I feel plenty.
I mean,
you don't look old.
My body is like, bitch, you're old. But my brain is like, you're still 17, and
it gets worse.
Yeah, I can see how that's coming down the line.
That's right. Sanchez is our one boomer, I think, on the show today.
I am a boomer.
Yes.
Oh.
I know. Everybody at once.
Sanchez, we are not millennials. We love our boomers. They probably were our cool uncle, not our dad. So it's for the most part. So it's okay.
That's what Shanny's daughter calls me, her fake uncle.
There you go.
All right, well, we're going to move on to our next. Thank you very much, Michelle, for being on. I hope you wear your award in good health, and whatever that means. So
We have time to hang out.
Yeah, I'd like to hang out for a little bit. Thank you.
Yes, please do. This is going on for at least another hour, so we need to fill time. Banter works as well. So on to the next. Greg, here you go.
The 2022 Quibbly for most prolific billionaire vampire author goes to Melissa Cercia.
Searcha.
Damn it. Cercia. Hi, Melissa.
I was muted. Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me on. This is interesting. I'm having a blast. It's hard to follow everybody. The Ghost Hunter. I'm like, as a paranormal author, I feel like I need to hook up with the Ghost Hunter and do some research.
Yeah.
Cool. Yes. I would love that. No, thank you so much. It was really fun being on your show last year and explaining to you romance, steamy romance. That was super fun. And I think it was hilarious that you didn't realize I'm a host on Spoiler Country right until the very end. And then we were like, we should have talked about comics for an hour instead.
Too little, too late.
Yeah. So next time we'll have to do a comic book episode
Yeah,
together.
just so
But
you
yeah,
guys know, Michelle isn't a billionaire, but she works in the genre of billionaire vampires. That's a genre of romance. That's what we learned. That's a whole genre.
It's a whole genre, billionaire.
If you're a working class vampire, nobody wants to
One
work
of many, one of many. Vampires, witches, werewolves. Yeah, they all have a shit ton of money and just have a lot of sex. So
No one's writing about coal mining vampires these days.
no, but I might now. Actually, I might set it in West Virginia and have some hot coal miners. You never know.
I honestly think there's a place for some sort of blue collar coal miner werewolf, maybe vampire.
Yeah.
No, I think it's
feel
going to
like
be a whole range of union-busting vampire stories. Is what's going to be.
No, they could be Chud, because the Chud live underground, so they'd be miners. Chud would be good miners.
Or it's like that. Remember
I'd
Joe
get a million
Millionaire?
points for Chud right there. A million points for Chud. There you go.
That was a good movie.
It was. Really quick, we almost had an editor edit our film. This guy, and his big claim to fame was Chud. He helped edit Chud.
Yes.
That's awesome.
We didn't take him, but yes. His claim to fame was Chud. I'm so sorry. I love Chud. Horror films. Yay.
Yes.
It's like a drinking game.
Well, cheers and thank you. I'm honored.
Well, we definitely appreciate having you on, Melissa, and thanks for sticking around. And again, feel free to, I don't know, whatever.
I have to jump.
Breathe.
So I had a book come out today, so I'm jumping on my own Instagram live in about 10 minutes. But I'm going to.
Oh my gosh! Congratulations!
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm excited. So I'm going to go
What's
on
the name
Instagram.
of the book?
15. Yeah, it's called After I Obey. So it is. It's another steamy billionaire, spicy, sexy.
Steamy vampire
That's
sex.
It's a it's a humid billionaire.
No, he's a sex demon. It's called an incubus.
Oh,
So,
male incubus.
yeah.
Yeah,
I thought it
females
was
are succubus.
Thought he was just humid.
I'm not into any of them genres.
Mark, wasn't there a
That's too
movie
bad.
called The Incubus with Jack Palance?
There is a movie called The Incubus.
Yeah.
You're absolutely correct. I don't know if Jack counts, but you are right. I think that's
And there was a
there is.
band.
And
And there is a band. That has Jack Palance in it. The band. Yeah. Incubus. There you go. Not a lot of people know that. Yeah. Jack
I would
Palance.
go to that concert. Jack Palance as the lead singer of Incubus. I would go. I would like that.
1 hour
band.
push-ups.
Pass out my book as favors.
Right on. Congratulations on your book.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
The 2022 Quibbly for Best Ocarina Evangelist that tolerates Matt Bratschi to her detriment goes to Lavana Bratschi.
Hey.
Wow.
Now you can use all your profanity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to mention
why?
the Here's Greg theme song.
Yes.
Yes.
I wrote Greg's theme song.
I
Yeah.
performed it.
That's a good jingle.
I definitely find myself walking around going, "Here's Greg."
Oh, I do too.
Matt, are you and Lavana in the same house right now? Because it looks like she's in the beyond section of the house.
Yeah.
I am like above him. He's downstairs in his office, and I'm upstairs. So I'm like on the second floor.
Oh, you mean physically? You are actually.
We know you're above him, Lavana. You don't have to brag.
I guess that's a given, isn't it? Yeah.
So, Lavana, you can give an I love or an I hate you speech if you choose to do that.
I hate you, Matt.
I knew it was bound to come out eventually.
I'm telling you now, I want a divorce of this podcast.
No, no, I love the man. Someone has to, and I drew the short straw. So
I didn't realize there was a lottery. I mean, I had choices.
Not you.
No.
You had zero choice. Your choice was no.
Yeah. End up like me or marry Lavana. That was your choice.
Yeah, that's definitely not much of a choice. But for those who don't know what they're talking about, this is the jingle that she wrote for Greg's segment on the show.
Oh, yeah.
He has an opinion, may not always be right. He's a real fake lawyer. He's old and he's white. Ask him a question, 'cause he's a good egg for bogus advice. Ask Greg. Ask Greg. Ask Greg.
Bravo.
Yeah.
Bravo.
She even played the ukulele on that as well.
Nobody ever wrote a theme song about me in my life.
When's the next album?
Her CD is available on Amazon that came out, I believe it was 10 years ago now. So,
well, 2009.
Oh,
2009. Yeah. That's more than 10.
That's 13 years
Twizm
ago.
never wrote me a rap song. I know that.
You should get Jack Palance and Incubus to cover that. That'd be awesome.
Bring Jack Palance back from the grave to sing that then.
That's how he got City Slickers too. No one knows that.
Because he was a zombie?
Billy Crystal saw him in concert with Incubus and was like, I didn't know. Let's put him in City
Let's
Slickers.
go.
And there we go.
He looks marvelous.
There it is. That's exactly what he said.
All right, as we move along to further torture of the participants today, our next Quibbly is here. Go ahead, Greg.
The 2022 Quibbly for Best Drunken Replacement Co-Host goes to Sanchez Eldorado.
Yay, you got your own Quibbly.
I got my own second. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
1.5 Quibblies.
Yeah.
His own sack?
1.5.
He's got
Yeah,
one,
I've got my own
one-
sack too, Matt.
1.5.
Just one or two?
Well, I've got 1.5. We shared the last one.
Quibbly, not sack.
Yeah.
That's
It was
clarify.
they shared the
Yeah.
Hooter Jones Appreciation Award for
Yes.
Best Inebriated Podcasting.
Right.
So Sanchez got this award because there was one particular episode when Brendan was on sabbatical, and then Greg couldn't even attend that particular
It's the only one I ever missed.
He was
It
in
is.
New York.
And so I had to scramble to find a co-host, and the first person I actually thought of was Sanchez Eldorado.
And that's the first time anybody thought of me first. I'll just have you know.
The first time anybody's ever thought. I think that Shanty thinks of you first regularly.
Well, I meant for something that we don't normally do. You know?
Oh, okay, fair enough.
We shared
If you guys
sack
are
once.
regular
If I
listeners-
go in for another colonoscopy, I'll think of you first.
There you go.
If that helps.
I'll be his ride home, I guess.
If you guys are regular listeners of the podcast, Sanchez has gone above and beyond as a listener, a loyal listener. He has written a biography for Waspy Soda Pop, our food correspondent, and he has given us many great comments over the years. He's definitely our most loyal listener.
And I'm carrying terrible guilt this week because I didn't get a chance to listen to you last week.
Oh no.
Yesterday.
Well, you know, the last 3 episodes have been a little weird. So
That's right up my alley. That's my bailiwick right there.
Yeah.
We've been having some strange titles for the last few episodes.
I don't even know what a little extra weird means in this context.
Well, I think we're just getting a little too much into alliteration or rhyming or something. So there's probably the first problem is I think we're getting too artistic is what's happening. So
no such thing.
Both artistic and autistic at the same time. Like our last episode was those who pry thighs use lies. That was the last episode.
You're channeling some Dr. Seuss, huh?
Exactly,
A little bit of that, yes.
Yeah, no, that's a long since banned. That was one of the first Dr. Seuss books to be banned. Was they use lies to pry thighs.
That was back when he was Ted Seuss, right?
Yeah.
Teddy.
It was that, and then it was redfish, bluefish, and then the whole thing went to hell.
And then there was like some kind of anti-Semitic Jewfish thing that he had with there.
I'm a Jewfish, you're a Jewfish, everyone's a Jewfish. Would you like to be a Jewfish?
And then it just goes into the whole gefilte thing, and Jason can back me up on this one. If Jason's still with us. I don't know if Jason's still
with us. Jason's absolutely with us.
Because with a last name like Pollock, he's all about the fish.
Yes, I am.
It's true.
Fish.
I'm going to give you the award of the honorary Jew tonight.
I was raised Jewish, so.
Oh, so you are Jewish.
That's
according to my mother, anyway.
That's the one that counts.
We can discuss the Holocaust another time.
So are we?
Anyway,
on TikTok also?
Can I be made Jewish tonight? I mean, just out of pure spectacle.
We can work out a circumcision the next few hours for you.
That's already done.
We need to get your covenant in. So
we circumcise Greg right now on this show. This will go viral.
He'll catch a virus.
Be fine. We'll just pour some Holocaust whiskey on it. It'll be fine.
Is Holocaust whiskey a thing? That's amazing.
If you'd watched any of our episodes, you would know.
You would know. Yeah.
It's a recurring. There it is.
Ask for McCormick.
It's not really whiskey.
That's a big jug.
It's not.
It's
really
kind of
like $9.
It's like malt liquor. Yeah, no, it's terrible.
No, I got my real bourbon. Well, fake bourbon. I'm sorry,
your real fake bourbon.
My blended whiskey.
One day I started calling them Holocaust whiskey, and I don't know why, but that
I don't know why
became a regular thing. Anyway, onward and upward for our first.
Were allowed to do that.
Our first fictional character award. Here we go. Greg.
Oh yes. I was wondering what you were talking about. The 2022 Quibbly for Best Secret Cyber Non-Secret Agent Guy goes to Buzz Lightyear.
He is here. He's going under the name of Zaylee Erwina Berlingotza right now.
I'm not going to say that. Thanks for coming, Buzz.
I think that's a Welsh name, isn't it, Matt, that you gave me?
Yeah, it's Welsh.
Definitely sounds Welsh.
Are you still living a life of danger? And is everyone you meet a stranger?
Yes, but only when I'm talking with you.
I just want to know, given the background of your location, are you okay? Blink once for yes, twice for no. Okay.
Undisclosed location.
He's in Area 51.
Brendan has a certain set of skills that he will use to help you.
Absolutely. Always.
You sound like you're actually in a little bit of a vacuum.
I am. I'm in space.
I think you're in a garage. Is that a car behind you?
That is a car.
Spaceship.
It's quiet-ish here. Kids going to bed. No distractions.
Oh, right. You're in Florida too, right? Or are you Washington, D.C.?
I can't keep track.
He's in West Virginia. He's sitting next to the Twizm Whyte Piece right now.
He's right over there, bro. He's right there, man.
Either
nice try.
$20,000, you can have him back, brother. $20,000.
I ain't paying that, Twizm. I'm not paying no $20,000 for my friend Buzz Lightyear. We're gonna talk.
Hey, bro,
about
I guess
that.
you're shit out of luck then, man. They ain't coming for you, bro.
I'm the one that brought him to North. I'm the one that helped you get to West Virginia. No, we're gonna talk.
You drove? You're the one that drove, huh?
I drove. I drove. You were asleep in the back. We know that story.
So the Mothman prophecies are real. You're really a true dude, huh?
Oh, for sure. But back to my friend Zay Lee in the garage, who's not being held captive in West Virginia by Twizm.
Just keep it.
Despite earlier reports. Are you getting all this happy hour news, team? This is breaking news.
Yeah.
This is
Sanchez writing it down.
I'm writing it
This
down.
is bigger than Yellowstone going into the river. This is big stuff right here.
Yellowstone's going into the river. I had no idea. Well, let's move on to our next award. This is good because Brendan was just talking. So here we go. Greg.
The 2022 Quibbly for Best Girl Scout Leader, who generally tolerates potty mouths, goes to Holly Haggerty.
Woo! Clap, 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 clap.
Thank you. That this is a perfect award. I have to say that I have felt that you tolerate the Girl Scouts more often than not because it gets so loud down here. And I think about you guys up there doing your thing, and I'm like, what are they hearing? Like, just chaos. Anyways, I'm very honored to get this award, and I would like to give you an award for tolerating 20 crazy Girl Scouts on several of your programs, and I appreciate it very much.
But what are the Girl Scouts hearing? That's what I worry about.
Yeah,
you know, there was a couple times when I had to like get their attention and distract them because it did get a little crazy. It got a little crazy, and I'm like, "Hey, girls, let's talk about something else." And they were so loud just to try to distract them so they weren't hearing what was going on.
Let's have a screaming contest. Who can
That's
scream
right.
louder?
Let's start screaming.
Well, usually the Girl Scouts are competing with the dog for attention on the podcast.
True.
That's
Wait,
right.
you guys actually had a bunch of Girl Scouts on your show? And you
No.
No.
No, let me set it up for Jason. So I have a 12 going on 13-year-old daughter who's been in Girl Scouts since she was like 5. So Holly is a Girl Scout leader. We moved schedules around, and I was trying to avoid having the Girl Scout meetings at my house at the same time as the podcast for obvious reasons. But for whatever reason, things changed, and by the time they reached a period where it got real weird, they started having the Girl Scout meetings here at my house at the same time.
It was volleyball. It was volleyball's fault. If it wasn't for volleyball, we could have done it on a different night, but we had half of our troop was like doing that on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So we ended up on Wednesdays, and we had to do it at the house because of COVID, because none of the schools would let us come. So we were kicked out of spaces, and the only place to come was our living room. And it had to be on Wednesday night.
And they had to change it from volleyball to hollyball.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's just what
Jesus.
happened. Yeah.
It's a wonder anybody made it on the right day and time.
I wish I would have dared you to say, coming up next, we have Nick Jonas, and see what the reaction would have been.
That would be a lot of disappointment, probably.
A lot of disappointment.
Probably a couple of broken doors, too. Imagine somebody's kicking in a door to see what's next.
A lot of crushed cookie containers.
Is that still? Did I use a good reference? Was that dated? I don't know. I don't know.
It's slightly dated.
All right.
Those girls would have been in their early 20s. I don't know.
I don't even know who Nick Jonas is. So
I don't even know who the hell the
better
Nick
off.
Jonas is of the 12 and 13-year-old. There's probably like little Missy or little Max or some stupid shit like that. I don't know.
That's what Nick Jonas goes by these days. He goes by Little Missy.
Little Tatty.
Oh, he's been reassigned, huh?
Yes.
My name's Little Tatty. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. But
Okay,
it wasn't so off, Jason, that it wasn't funny. It was just off if somebody was paying attention.
All right, so our final award of the people who are here right now, we will do at this very moment.
the 2022 Quibbly for most loyal fans from the Great White Underbelly goes to Happy Hour News Team.
Yay! Ah!
years in a row.
So
Hey,
Sanchez
technically-
has 2.5 now.
Yeah, I was
We
just
have
gonna
two and a
say,
half
dude got two and a
Quibblys.
half now. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, man.
We're gonna have to build a bigger wall, you know.
Or take down some of our shit.
That's
I
so
don't know
great.
if anybody can see it, but this is last year's Quibbly right here. I don't know. If you can see me.
Aw.
Guys, what
I just gotta
skateboard
know,
do
is
you
that
have
right
like a
here,
big
so it's
blunt
close
or a
to our
cigar,
hearts,
or
you know?
what is that hanging on it?
Frank,
Yeah, is that a
Blunt or cigar?
skateboard?
That's
That is
a huge cigar. Yeah.
huge cigar.
Yeah. Oh my God. Way to go, buddy.
Yeah. It's still rolled with tobacco, so we're saving it for a rainy day.
Well, you'll get there one day.
Exactly. And yeah, that's a skateboard that me and a buddy repainted back in junior high, and he sent it to
And
me.
you guys actually did the Philly blunt thing to it
Yep.
too? Oh, that's so cool. Way to go. I like
So
that.
Shanty there on the right has the dubious privilege of being our longest listener. He's been listening to us before even Brendan came on board to the show.
Episode 1.
He's been listening to us, and we still don't know why.
Because we both have this fucked up sense of humor.
He stayed with us this entire, and they're very loyal. Like every week, and they'll watch our live streams on YouTube, and they're the only ones who watch our live streams on YouTube. As a matter of fact, I should probably check YouTube right now to see if I have any comments from anybody.
Well, I haven't commented on anything on YouTube tonight, so don't be disappointed if you have 0 comments.
Actually, Shanty, you should know your wife has commented on
Oh,
YouTube.
no shit. Way to go, baby.
And Melissa Searching was on as well. And so she was on the show, and she also contributed to the comments on YouTube. So there we go. We've tripled our YouTube comments since last week. So just from today. But feel free, guys, to do, again, thank you or hate you as a message to the...
Oh, we don't hate you. You're my most favorite dressed Undertaker I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But, you know, I do have, like, this thing hanging out the back of my head.
I don't want to see nothing hanging out the back.
No.
Keep that to
don't.
yourself there, Matt.
Yeah.
That'd be a piss poor Undertaker, bro.
You remember that Undertaker from Phantasm? He had one of them little things too, didn't he?
So
Yeah, that's right.
I thought that was
man.
like a magician. I thought that was like a Vegas magician. Like he looks like a Vegas.
Angus Grimm.
I'm gonna make
There you
Twizm
go.
disappear.
Yeah, you know, and I'm not a
Make me
big horror
disappear.
movie thing, but that was the one horror movie that I loved. I mean, I absolutely.
Oh,
loved
it's
that
so
movie.
good.
He yells at the end, boy, comes out the end. Hell to the yeah, man. Some scary.
My favorite part is when he's standing behind a bed and his arms started growing.
Yep.
I still
movie.
have dreams about that. I'm
Went to the
65 years old.
1981 Fangoria convention. I got to meet Angus Grimm. Well, not meet him, but I saw him on stage. You know, Angus Grimm was there. That's his real name.
You were at a
It sounds like
Fangoria
a hard-
convention in '81.
It sounds
That's
scarier.
awesome.
Yeah,
His
how
name
old
sounds
Horror
scarier
was at
than
its
any
peak.
name you could make up for a horror movie. That's his real name, Angus Grimm.
So did you want to say what his real name is again, Greg?
Anus
Angus
Grimm.
Grimm. But he was born Joel Feldstein. That's his real name. But he changed his name to Angus Grimm.
But he likes a good perky whitefish salad.
But he was the original singer before Jack Palance of Incubus.
Good callback. Nice.
Angus Grimm, I think, was his first band name.
No, he was
Sounds
actually
like a
the singer
prog
of
band from
Succubus.
the 70s.
And then Jack Palance changed it to Incubus.
I don't know what the band trajectory of Angus Grimm was, but I think he was a backup singer for Motorhead for a while.
Could be.
He later started a boy band called One Arm Push Up.
My
Actually, the
God.
guy Reggie from Phantasm is a musician. The guy who plays I forget.
Reggie.
I think that's his
Reggie
real
Grimm?
name. Reggie. That's his real name. Reggie something. Yeah. Reggie's like plays and stuff.
How am like? I want to know what they were on when they came up with. We're gonna get an Undertaker who makes midget zombies.
On another
It was the
planet.
'70s. You were on
Yeah, that's
everything.
true.
I was gonna
That's
say, what
awesome.
weren't people on?
Okay,
Right.
so
That's the,
like dwarf
the
zombies.
greatest storyline I've ever. Midget zombies?
They're like,
That-
yeah.
that-
Oh,
that-
there's gonna be a silver ball that flies around with a spike coming out.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, that was
yeah,
the whole
that-
thing
that-
was we got to write a movie around a silver ball that drills holes in your head, you know?
Those are 70s drugs. 80s,
Yeah,
it just
I see
became about
Dorf-
cocaine. It was like,
Dorf
just
Zombie.
kill. 70s like, dude, why don't we get a tall guy? Then we can make some midget dudes. Then we can add a ball that flies. Oh, that's awesome.
Pass me that.
Pass the mirror. Pass the mirror.
It's like, no, we're going to just make him kill. Give him an axe. Put a thing on his face. Kill.
We'll have some Jawas.
There you go. We'll take Star Wars and we'll steal from Star Wars and we'll take the Jaguars and we'll put them in, cases and they'll go through this thing that goes like a tuning fork. I'm so sorry. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen it, it just sounds
It sounds like you've been writing this movie since you sat down.
And yes, and I highly recommend Phantasm.
We
And
just
the
opened
sequel,
Pandora's
and the
box.
third one, and the fourth one, and the fifth one.
All of them are fantastic on different levels. I'm 100% with you, Mark.
Now I'm really regretting there was apparently there's a House of Horrors thrift not a garage sale but a thrift mart or whatever you call it, but like a weekend of a flea market of horror stuff every year in Toronto, and I missed it last weekend by
You could
mistake.
have got a silver ball that will attack your enemies.
But my friend scored one of the original camp for Halloween, the sign from the camp.
I love that.
Whoa!
Very cool.
Camp Crystal Lake.
Yeah.
Wait, Halloween.
They got a Friday the 13th Camp
Friday.
Crystal Lakes.
They
Who's on the East
they
Coast
got a-
over there? Any people from Jersey?
They got a camp.
Yeah, you are.
I grew up in
Yeah.
Jersey.
That's it. That's Jersey's it. Jersey, that's Friday the 13th territory. No one gives them a
Right.
shout out for any of that. Chucky's
Right.
out of New Jersey.
Well, we've got Deborah Hill was from Haddonfield, New Jersey.
There you go. Got all these great
Does
people.
anyone get the reference besides Mark?
Deborah Hill.
Deborah
man.
Hill from Halloween.
Halloween.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Mark, are you in New Jersey yourself, or last
No,
time you were in Texas or something, weren't
Yeah,
you?
we're still in Texas, but we're originally from New York.
Okay.
And lived in Jersey also, but yeah, still in Texas. We finished our movie.
You finished the clown killing movie, that one?
We finished 521 North Main Street. Yeah.
The Clown Hotel, that's what it was.
Oh, nice.
I listened to that one while I was at the gym too.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
did hear that one.
So,
I
yeah.
actually looked.
Mark's
up the Clown
episode was
Hotel.
called "That's a Fine Looking Werewolf." If you want
It's a
to
fun
hear
world.
his particular.
Yeah,
So-
we're looking
so
at a
what-
2023 release date.
What part
Oh,
of Texas
God.
are you in,
Congratulations.
Mark? What part of Texas?
We're in Round Rock.
We have
Okay.
3 Texans in here right now, so we've got Michelle, Shauna, and Mark are all in Texas at the moment.
I know
Well,
Sean,
Chris, what part
actually,
of
kind of.
Jersey
We're
are you
friends
from?
on Facebook. and
Oh,
we
okay.
spoke a few times. But yeah, she lives far from me, Shauna. But you were
What
in
about
Round
you,
Rock.
Chris? What part of Jersey were you from?
I grew up in Morris County.
Oh, North Jersey.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's bad.
I know.
Jason, you made
I
Jason
can't
very
relate,
upset. Look at him;
you know.
he's like beside himself.
I don't know
I'm in
New
Mount Holly.
Jersey state politics. I don't know what that is all about.
Since we have no more awardees, we're going to go back to this screen so that everybody can see everybody. There we go.
I actually gotta go, guys. I
Everyone's
wish
got
you all
tiny
a
little
very
heads
wonderful
now.
night.
Twizm, it's been a
See you,
pleasure.
Twizm.
Don't let West Virginia
Thanks for
consume
coming.
you.
Yeah.
I hope
Stay
not.
away from hey, listen, seriously, stay away from truck stops. That's my main advice.
I-
And if
Yeah,
you do
try
have to
to.
go, don't drop the soap.
I only go there when I need special attention. So
Well, I'm saying just limit it. Just limit it.
Hey Sanchez, we're sharing a seat.
Oh, are we?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You are.
You want to sit in my lap?
You can write notes to each other.
I can't hear you.
That is kind of funny that it's like you're on a couch almost.
Yeah, it's a
We're
love
sitting on
seat.
the arms.
You've got that like 6 foot apart rule for COVID. So.
Yeah.
Don't sit next to me.
That's so far apart. I thought you were more friendly than that.
Normally we are, but
Touch each
I got-
other's hands. I want to see what happens.
I got an extra Quibbly, so you
Can't.
told me to sit over here.
You can't. Oh, your arms disappear.
Yeah, it's cutting
No,
everything
because there
out.
was room for one more Quibbly underneath your first Quibbly, but I don't know about 2.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
We'll have to consolidate the Quibblies.
Now, unfortunately, there were a bunch of people who said they were going to be here and they did not attend, which is sad because some of them were quite fun people. So we could either read their
Is
awards.
Arrow going to be one?
Who?
Arrow?
No. No. She got one last year.
Yes,
Oh,
you did.
Oh,
Yeah.
who said that? Was that Shanna?
We never asked her back.
She was a perfectly nice young woman, and you guys are just being mean.
No one said she wasn't. She's a wonderful person, so stop.
No one said she wasn't. Said the man who said she wasn't. So
I never said it. I'm just saying, if you're a movie person and you've never seen The Godfather, that's a problem.
You can't be a movie person and not see The Godfather. What's that about?
I'm a rock and roll person. Who the hell is Led Zeppelin? It just doesn't work. You can't do it.
Right now, I just was really appreciating the fact that your face was frozen with it being like complete, with your mouth being wide open. It's just like it was just still.
That's like people are like, I'm a foodie. It's like, no, you just like to eat. You don't know. I don't know the difference between.
A foodie is someone who eats food that only has the letter E in it.
The show is an apparition, and the upper
I'm totally into traveling. What?
Yeah, we're ghosts here. Look, I can just
being a
hear.
paranormal investigator and never seen the movie Ghost.
Right.
Think about that.
I'm still waiting for Swayze to make a sequel.
Actually, Michelle.
That would be something.
It's gonna be awesome. Yeah. Houdini's gonna make a guest appearance in it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, they brought Harold Ramis back for.
I heard he was directing that. No, I'm kidding. That was a terrible movie. How old are we all? Can we all discuss the last Ghostbusters film? Can we say, let's be honest?
I'm so glad you said that, Mark.
It's terrible. And this is my opinion why I don't have kids, but Ghostbusters was not made for children. It just wasn't. When we were younger, they made movies for adults. And as a 14-year-old, we were just like, oh, that was great.
Yeah.
But then they made a cartoon about it. And then they obviously went to the kids. And I don't know. And then it just became a waste of my time the other night. So that's
oh, it was the other night. Now it all makes sense.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
So
I'm still bitter. I'm very bitter.
You're talking about the last Ghostbusters, not the reboot where they did it with all the Saturday Night Live actresses.
Yeah, you know what? That was the worst one until this one just came out. So
I gotta give Paul Feig some credit because he made it his own. Like he kind of paid tribute in his own way. I was more entertained by that than the new one.
What the but the girl, yes, yeah, 100%. But the other one, it's like, come on, stop rehashing stuff for me. I get it, I was there. A proton pack, ooh, I
have not seen either one. The all-female one got so shit on that I never saw it, not because of that, because it shit on. And then the other one, there was a certain element that said it was great and a certain element that said it wasn't. And I don't know. I haven't seen
two elements right here said it wasn't.
It wasn't. But hey, go see it yourself. Just go see it.
Both shit, and I've done well to not see either one. Okay.
So since this is the Law Offices of Quibble, Squabble, and Bicker holding this award show, I have a question for everybody. So has anybody here, other than the usual suspects, seen any episodes that we've done other than their own?
Seen?
Watched or heard or listened to.
Well, I shared mine.
What a sharing, caring person you are.
That counts.
I want to support, but I can't watch myself.
No, I get it.
I shared the audio, I think, of mine. Oh, but not the karaoke one. I forgot.
Well, you actually got people to listen to the live stream.
Yeah, some of my friends actually listened to that one, or maybe I saw Mommy pegging Santa Claus. I can't remember.
That was a good one too.
I got to say that was one of our most popular.
Did I see a clip of
because of the title? I'm pretty sure that title, when people were like, "Oh, what's that?" And then they're like, "Oh, it's two PhDs talking about online dating and sex stuff."
I swear to God, that needs to be a movie. Somebody, let's talk about
Mark.
Mark, we need to work on that.
Mark, you're the filmmaker here.
I'm a prude. No.
I saw Mommy pegging a clown.
Right,
he'll do things about people being ripped to shreds in a motel, but he won't do that.
Well, yes, there's no nudity in my movie. I have a horror movie with no nudity in it. So
do you show people's faces or hands?
Yes, I show people's
Then you
faces,
have
I
a
show
little
hands.
bit of nudity then, don't you?
That's messed up. Yes.
Oh,
that is
Mr.
true.
Tex.
There you go.
Excellent
He's right.
quibbling.
Thank you.
There it
Greg.
is.
I am the master quibbler. I will accept that title. Well, the reason I asked is because if anybody had any suggestions. Oh, wait, we've got a new person coming in who gets an award. Good to know. This is Greg's boyfriend coming in. So,
But did they get a nickel or an award?
get it? Everybody gets a nickel.
All right.
So
I need a nickel. I need a nickel.
There's my dream boat.
Oh, we have all sorts of new people in here.
Hey guys.
Hey Ike.
How are you?
So they were just talking about people who happen to be in Jersey, and Ike is right out of Jersey.
Right. Well, right out of my mother, but yeah, in Jersey too. Yeah.
He's even got the Sopranos poster to prove it.
We've got Chris from Mars County. I'm from Mount Holly.
Oh, sweet.
And what about you?
Sayreville, right where Bon Jovi lived, and now the house should be torn down. It's a mess.
So is Bon Jovi.
I mean, it was almost like Beetlejuice. Like it was like they said New Jersey 3 or 4 times, and suddenly you appeared.
Candyman.
Yeah.
Well, that being the case, then why don't we give Ike his award, Greg?
The 2022 Quibbly for Best Transformation into Fran Drescher after 2 margaritas goes to Ike Avelli.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys. That's amazing.
Did you have 2 margaritas before coming on the show? Please.
4.
Do it.
I think that's a minimum before coming on the show.
Yeah, so Ike, you can give a thank you or an I hate you speech, whichever you choose.
Or
Thank
Fran Drescher impersonation.
I thank you because I'm going to get that quicker than I'm going to get Mr. Sheffield, so I appreciate it.
What's Mr. Sheffield?
Yeah, I hope this means I get an invite back again, guys, because I had a blast last time.
Well, I got to say, everybody, he's the first one to tell us about how he was talking about us to somebody else in Key West. So that was an unusual thing to find out. So I'm curious, how did we come up in conversation with whoever you were talking to in Key West, Ike?
Well, we were talking about the first of all, I had your email and your Facebook message, and I was going through everything, and then I met this couple who was telling me about Milagro, I think it's called. It's a top shelf tequila, and instead of doing limes, they take the orange slice and they dip it in cinnamon sugar, and then you take the shot, and it's the most incredible thing I ever had. And as I was scrolling through after my second shot and becoming Fran Drescher, I found your invite to the award ceremony, and I was telling them about it, and I was telling them to check you out on YouTube.
I thought you guys were talking about
nice
the worst
of you.
podcast you've ever heard.
Well, no, they loved the name. They thought it was hysterical.
Yeah, that's
So
usually where we get our one laugh from people is from the name of the podcast, and everything else is a bonus if we can get.
Well,
another one.
shout out to Rita Holmes because that's who I was speaking to that night.
Rita. I thought I'd shout out to her.
Shout out, yeah.
Let's give her a quibbly.
Well, the name of your podcast is the only reason I started listening.
What was it
And you
that
stuck with it.
hearkened to you, Shanty, that caused you to want to listen?
Holocaust
Was it the
Squabble,
quibbling,
and
the
bicker.
squabbling, or the bickering part? Which one?
I don't know. All of the above.
See, Shanty and Sanchez have had their podcast for, I think, about 5 months before us. So they got a head start on the bickering because they've essentially are what we are in North Dakota. You know?
Yeah.
Kind of, sort of.
But yeah, it's right. They have less waspy soda pop than we do.
And more inane nothingness.
Well, you guys have a focus, though. At least you have a focus. We generally are unfocused.
Well, whiskey's my only focus, and it's a surprise I'm doing this tonight totally sober. So,
By the way, that's
why I'm
another good T-shirt.
Which one?
Whiskey
is my only focus.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
That would be a great t-shirt.
But you have a bottle of Jose Cuervo right in front of you.
I know that's from Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah,
that
we both did tequila on Cinco de Mayo. It was
and that reminds me never to drink it again.
And it's still there. As a
It's still
reminder.
there.
Still there.
Guys, I have to hit the road. This has been an honor. I'm so excited to be back. I want to have you all on my show again. And
we've never been on your show.
Well, not again, but eventually.
You've never invited us, Jason.
I took a hiatus, and it's going from the Hi, I'm Jason show now. It's going to be called Offbeat and Awkward, which I feel is a little more fitting.
Why'd you look at me when you said that, Jason?
What?
You're a short-term
remember, it's Zoom. I'm looking at everybody. Lean back and forth. My eyes just follow you. It's crazy.
Apparently, none of us have ever been porn stars, so we're not worthy to be on your show.
Well, see, do the math. No, just kidding. No,
because Greg doesn't know math, so he was trying.
I was going to say none of us have been porn stars that each other knows of.
Yeah,
That's true. I only had 2 on the show. 2. We try to cover all avenues of the entertainment world, so we can't, we can't leave out porn.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's a dead end.
You said
avenue
all
right there.
avenues of the entertainment world. How many ventriloquists have you had on?
Okay, 0 ventriloquist, 0 mime.
How about a working
mime? That'd be a great guest.
Especially on an audio only podcast.
Yeah, right.
How about ventriloquists in porn?
I'm sure that's a genre.
Oh my god!
Let's see where that hand goes. Right?
That would get me to do porn.
I brought your pizza to you today, sir.
I'm reading John Waters' new book.
Why would you give me the tip?
Talking penis.
What was that?
I'm reading John Waters' new book, Liar Mouth, which is the closest thing we'll get to a new John Waters movie. And he's got a character whose penis started talking to him.
That was actually in that Hulu show about Tommy Lee and Pamela Anderson, where they literally had Tommy Lee have a conversation with his penis on camera.
Yes.
Oh, that's really a part of the show. I need to watch this now.
I gotta watch that too now.
It was just in the one episode, I think like the first episode. But yeah, that was.
I've got 5 minutes into the first episode, and I'm like, "Fuck this."
Guys do this normally. Talk to your penis. Get your penises on talk.
I can't think on any reason why I would talk to my penis, and how that conversation would go, and how it would be enlightening or important.
Well,
my conversation would just have to be about having better aim. That's really.
I can say
we can do this. We can get through this.
It's like it's a big white circle with water in it. Just shoot in there.
As a gay man, I was so happy to be able to hit a pause button.
Wow, I hope I didn't overstay my welcome by getting the subject around to penises.
No problem here.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
What's that guarantee?
Well, we noticed you haven't left yet, so it's got to be interesting,
Yeah. My wife's gonna kill me if I don't give her some attention downstairs. Speaking of penises,
I just saw her walking up the stairs behind you.
TV.
That's what he named his penis, is attention.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
That's a folk song. My penis's name is Attention. Somebody needs to write that.
Yes, yeah, I think it was Greg, you got the
There's
folk
Peter
series.
Palmieri.
Of course, it was Peter
Mainly
Palmieri.
Peter.
My penis is okay. We'll work on it.
Levon, I'll get that.
Right.
Take care, guys.
Thanks again, Jason.
Congratulations.
Bye, Jason. See you later.
See you
I'm
guys.
sorry, I'm not going to write a song about a penis. Because I don't have one. Thank you.
You could write a
There's the
song
song.
about not
There's the
having a
song.
penis.
But if I wrote some lyrics, Lavana, you could probably write a melody. Yeah, we could probably collaborate that way. I could take on the whole penis problem
Not really a problem.
So, Brendan, are you admitting you have a penis problem?
Oh, for sure. I mean, who doesn't? What guy here, gay or straight, doesn't have a penis problem on some level? There's something about it that isn't right.
Not on me.
Not on you?
Not on me, but on someone else. Right?
Other people. Well,
Yeah.
I'm
maybe that's-
suspicious of mine. I wake up in the morning and it looks like it's been out, and I don't know. I'm a little bit suspicious, so I have a problem with mine.
It's got a used condom
Exactly.
on it already.
I'm thinking about, and it doesn't even have that. I don't even think it's being safe. I don't even know. It's like, where have you been?
Yeah.
You know, and it looks to me like, what? I'm my own person.
I think that's the beginning of your next film, Mark.
But do you have cash in your pocket, Mark? Did it, you know?
No,
did it-
I think I had like some soy sauce once, and I was like, "What is this?" And
Oh,
soy
that's-
sauce packets. I'm like, "Where have you been?"
No, that doesn't. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah, especially in tech, because we don't have a lot of Chinese restaurants around here. So I'm real suspicious. Like, what, did you get on a flight back to New York? I mean, where did you go?
Had it been salsa, it would have been a different thing. You're like,
There
oh,
you go, a
wow.
little avocado salsa. Yeah, you know, Tex-Mex. I'm like, I know where you've been.
In your pocket.
Yeah, you've been to the Chili's.
Apparently, they don't have it in
With the
Texas.
chilies.
Actually, they have two bubblegum shrimp. I found that out for weird reason because I mentioned it. Someone's like, "What's that?" And I'm like, "You don't have them?" And I found them. There's one in San Antonio, and I think there's one in Galveston. So there you go. You're coming to Texas for bubblegum shrimp. There's only two.
There's
Well, there's the
900
one.
miles apart.
there's one in
Saw one in
Orlando.
Laughlin, Nevada.
There you go. There's one in Nevada too.
Florida too. I think there was one in Key West.
There you go.
Yeah, I think down south. And
I
there's
think I saw
definitely
your
one in
soy
Orlando.
sauce packet.
Don't dust it for fingerprints.
Ike.
By the way, everybody, Ike Avelli is a comedian, and he's got a number of shows that he's been running throughout the Eastern Seaboard, one of which is called 50 Shades of Gay. I don't know what program you've got going on these days, Ike. What new thing do you have happening?
Well, 50 Shades of Gay, I have a few things. 50 Shades of Gay is going to Chicago next Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then we're heading out to Boise, New York again, and then New Jersey in October. And then we're doing...
You're coming to Boise, Idaho?
Coming to Boise.
When are you going to be in Boise?
No, Boise, Germany.
July 28th, 29th, and 30th.
July 20. You know, maybe we might do a little road trip out to Boise.
Man,
You're
that'd be
worth
great.
it.
We can do karaoke.
I'm out.
Go see the show.
And then I'm doing Lube. It's a parody of Grease that I wrote. It's
Lube?
Yeah. It's called Lube a Gaysicle.
Nice.
Perfect.
We gotta get. You have to come up to Toronto.
Oh, please tell me. I'll come up. I've been booking.
It's not like I have connections. I have a sleeper sofa.
Oh, you just want some lube, don't you?
She is a sex educator.
Who's choreographing your show? Because Go Grease Lightning takes on a whole new meaning now.
Well,
This is great.
Yeah, we have the pink vaginas and the flipping birds. It's
Oh,
I play Muff, who was supposed to be Rizzo, and we had a blast. Yeah.
Oh my
Are you going to
love that.
shave the beard, or is this like a 1950s thing? Okay,
Yep.
we're going to keep the hair.
I got the wig, the beard.
Good.
Caitlyn Jenner all the way through.
Muff should have a beard. That's especially from the 50s. She should have a
Yes,
beard.
yes.
You got to make your way up to North Dakota if you're going to go through Idaho.
Oh, I would love to. Just send me any cabaret theaters that you know out there. Send me an IM.
They don't even have like delivery pizza where those guys.
Yeah,
are.
we can't even get a pizza delivered here.
Yeah, I know, right? It's great going to all the extremist countries. Look what's coming.
I would just love to do your show at a VFW hall in Minot or someplace in the Dakotas, and then just come in and shoot it, and I think that would be fun.
Yeah, I just did
It
it.
isn't a cabaret.
Believe it or not, I just did it at an American Legion in May, and we sold out. I was like, oh, God. I said, either I'm going to go in guns a-blazing or I'm going to come out guns
You should do it in Tehran.
Yeah, that's a great idea, Greg.
Oh, that's a whole different movie.
Right. Why not
Greg,
stop
you
a
still
little
owe me a
stop at
night.
Addis Ababa while you're at it too?
Greg still owes me a night out at a drag place or something.
You know, he was in New York and he
there's
could have seen you, but he didn't.
This is true story of like if I walk a block and a half from my place, of the three of the four venues on my street, that street corner are drag places.
Really?
Yeah, I live basically in the gay district.
It's like Starbucks.
Toronto.
Well, Kris, I'm going to have to get your information. We're going to have to hang out.
We totally are.
Yes, you should hang out with Kris. Kris is fun to hang out with.
She's a good time, as they say.
Well, everybody here seems like so much fun.
Yeah.
We're all a good time.
That's right. That's Dr. Kris. She's a good time Gowen.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. So we still have 16 minutes left in the second annual Quibbly Awards.
Show up?
People are given the opportunity to come at any point within the 2 hours because we don't know when somebody's going to show up. So it's just kind of like continue the bantering until the time.
Well, one of
ends,
them's in prison, so he's not going to show
No,
up.
he got out of prison actually.
Oh, he did.
He did. He got out in time, but he wasn't sure if he could be on screen. So
Well, part of his parole was he had to Zoom.
I didn't have any more information.
Guys, I am turned on right now.
I mean, I was hoping we would have the real Dirk Diggler on, but he didn't show up today. So
I'm just saying it probably has to do with what obviously he went to jail for, whether or not he can be on screen. Do we have any lawyers in the room? No.
We have fake lawyers.
Great fake ones.
Yeah. There's some fake lawyers.
Ask Greg.
Yes, Greg.
Oh,
Greg. Should I play the
music
again?
Play the jingle. Cue the music.
Wait, I've got to. I closed the damn box already. Damn it!
Why'd you do that?
Because there's so many things I closed.
Let me pull up Billy's email. Billy just emailed in. Let me pull it up.
I want to know the most important question about this gentleman in prison. Is he single?
He's in Ohio.
He's okay. He's in Ohio, which is the Midwest version of Florida, and he's got like 10 kids.
10?
No, but he's got 5.
He's got 5, all under the age of like.
And then drink enough
13.
and it becomes 10. Is that what you're saying?
All right, so we got to get.
I'm just saying, when you get to 5, you might as well have 50. Who gives a shit at that?
Can we still put him in boarding school?
Well, he has no means of support, as far as we could tell from the whole podcast with him.
All right, well, here's your jingle, Greg.
He has an opinion, may not always be right.
He's
a real fake lawyer. He's old and he's white. Ask him a question, 'cause he's a good egg for bogus advice. Ask Greg. Ask Greg. Ask Greg.
All right, so Greg, if I was a guy who lived in his ex-wife's basement with 5 children, and I went into jail. I went to jail under very suspicious circumstances, but the actual crime is unknown to the rest of the people. Would it be okay for me to go on a podcast that is giving me an award?
Wait,
go ahead, Brendan. You can change the question if you want.
No. I'm just saying there's a couple important points. One, in terms of the description, he spent a lot of time on TikTok.
Yes.
He did a lot of time on TikTok not wearing a shirt.
And he's made 5 different TikTok channels.
Right.
Did he get out legally?
Yes. Well, I'm not sure.
I'm just saying those facts are important.
Right, because things are important.
Well, not all things.
Some things.
Not all things are important.
Things are important.
A lot of
things are important.
Most things aren't important, but
I would say that if maybe his crime was Zoom bombing, putting pornography on like a elementary school Zoom class.
So he probably can't get near a computer.
So he's not allowed to corrupt anyone anymore, so he's not allowed to be on the computer. That could be it.
Maybe he's like Matthew Broderick in War Games.
Yes.
No one goes there.
Which I wanted to bring up with Buzz Lightyear.
Angelina Jolie and Hackers, she could be like, yeah, man. I'm seriously, I was doing that though.
They shouldn't be allowed to be on computers, those people. They've lost their privileges as far as I'm concerned. And so has, what is his name again? Billy Skeels. Billy Skeels. And Billy Skeels is maybe he did something like involving internet transgressions.
That was a shirtless guy you guys had on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He came on your show with no shirt on?
No, he took it off in the middle.
He does that all the time though. That's his thing. He takes off his shirt.
Why?
But I just wanted to read to you guys.
Well, it was only a matter of time before he ended up in prison then.
That's kind of what Brendan said, actually.
That's what Bert Kreischer does. You know, he always ends up on stage.
But he gets
without a
paid
shirt.
for it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I guess there is a difference there.
Yeah,
So-
but
so
Bert
Billy
turned that
didn't show
into
up
his
today.
thing.
So Billy didn't show up today, but if he did show up, this is basically the Quibbly would have given him, because this is what we learned from him after an hour and a half of talking to him. Best something or other who does stuff. We had no idea how this guy survived or lived.
That's a
He's
good
like, I got
word.
5 children. It's like, what do you do? Oh, I do stuff. Whatever.
Yeah, you want to see me take my shirt off?
Yeah.
But he was also the guy who, at one point, his house was burned down because a friend came in, broke into their house, and made fried foods and left the oven on. And then a couple of months later, they had somebody working on the roof, and there was rain because they didn't put the roof back on. So there was a lot of very odd things.
So this guy's seen fire and he's seen rain.
Yes. Yes, he has, Craig.
He's never been attacked by a mudslide or a tornado.
Nice James
Like
Taylor
two of the
reference.
elements have attacked him, guy, and he survived. So it's kind of amazing. It's like, I guess that's a good part of the story. That's something. He survived fire and rain.
Billy, if you're out there, we hope you're doing well. We hope you're doing great. I'm glad you're out.
Yeah, he has. And just to be honest, he has had one of the top listened to episodes of our show.
Wow.
Right.
The one that
He
he was
took
on.
his shirt off. If we took our shirts off.
But this is on just regular podcasting platforms, not on YouTube.
Maybe he actually told his friends that he was on this podcast.
I think he got his kids to listen to it and get his kids to get others to listen to it.
I don't know, but the point is, if you need help, Billy, you can
Don't
just
call
look
Brendan.
Matt up. You can look Matt up on the internet.
Actually, he's got my phone number, Brendan. So.
You've got his phone number. It's really a hop, skip, and a jump to knowing where he
Hey,
lives.
you should
If
actually
you
just
can't
call
figure
him.
it out.
Call him. Put him on the line.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
We don't have that technology available for me to call him right now and get him here. So I texted him earlier too, but he was thinking about coming on, which is surprising because normally he's very supportive of the show. So when he said he had to think about it, I'm like, oh, there's something else going on here. Or one of his kids is pretending to be him again, which is what happened the last time I messaged him. One of his kids came on and the kid called me a bitch. So
Well, I mean,
it was very strange. The 10-year-old called me a bitch.
You kind of are a bitch. So, you know.
It was like Bad News Bears because he coaches. No, he's not the coach of a little league team. He's like the associate coach.
Yeah, he was like the assistant coach.
So that's all we knew of Billy Skeels. He assistant coach of a baseball team, and he has 5 kids.
And he was in the military, and I think somewhere he had like a traumatic head injury or something. And
Haven't we all had a traumatic head injury?
You are my traumatic head injury, Brendan.
So did you get this guy from like a booking agency or
Also TikTok. Another TikTok
All right.
connection.
No, some random guy on TikTok just said, I want to be in your show. And Matt was like, sure. And me and Brendan were like, what the fuck are you doing? Two booking agents.
It's like
people.
Wait, you guys have standards for guests?
No,
we kind of thought we did.
Like, where are you guys going next? Craigslist?
Well, hold on.
Craigslist. Where are we going next?
But to Matt's credit, if you think about it, we're really batting 50-50 because we had the ghost people she was on, and they were a fun guest. That was TikTok, and we had Billy Skills. So and they were both entertaining. So
Billy is definitely in one of my top 5 guests in terms of how entertained I was to have him on the show.
I'm gonna have to go back and find out.
He's probably watching right now and writing down everybody's name that's talking shit. I will find you.
It had nothing to do with him having his shirt on or off, even though I was the one who prompted him to take the shirt off. But
did you dare?
It had to do.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's because on his TikTok channel, he often had his shirt off, and he came on. I'm like, I was surprised that you had your shirt on.
What kind of people do you follow?
I follow anybody who looks like they follow other people. That's who I follow.
Ne'er-do-wells.
Because since last year we had 1,000 followers on TikTok, and now we've tripled that since last year. We have.
Oh, you're not banned anymore?
3,400. Well, no, we had our live stream banned on one episode that we did for hate speech, and I appealed it. And they reinstated the live streaming for TikTok. And I'm live streaming right now on TikTok, as a matter of fact.
Can they hear us, or is it just you?
They can only hear me on TikTok.
What the fuck is the point?
I know.
I don't know.
Every week.
There is no point. But what we can try to do, the game becomes, guys, to bait him into saying something awful, and then we get banned. That's the
because
game.
I listened to that episode, or I watched it live, and he didn't say anything.
Yeah, somebody thought I did, but we have 607 likes on this live stream right now on
Wait,
TikTok.
so they can only hear you.
They can only hear me, yes, and they can only see the side of my head too. So they don't even see me full on. I'm staring at the camera on my.
The Alfred Hitchcock fucking silhouette going on.
That's right.
Do they know where he is?
Well, one person actually wrote "Hi, Grandpa" on it as well. So that was the interaction I've been having on TikTok.
Just as long as they don't call you a bitch.
This is Matt on TikTok. This is what it looks like, except I can't hear anybody else.
Yes, that stupid hoe wrote "Grandpa," and then "Is that you?" So that was what somebody has done on TikTok. But right now we have one person watching on TikTok. But we again have had 607 likes.
It's
could
probably
be bastard
Billy.
or.
Well, I guess I'm going to have to sign up for the TikTok.
Probably Billy.
Well, if you do, Sanchez, I do have the option of making somebody a co-host for the live stream.
So
and if you were to come on the TikTok, I'll make you a live stream. And you could be like the moderator for whatever people are saying on the TikTok. So then there'll be like some actual interaction.
Yeah, there'll be like color commentating and play-by-play.
All right, now Matt's it.
Gotta have your shirt off though.
That's a deal changer there.
Well, Sanchez could just like lift up the part of his shirt to make Shanty happy.
I want some of the Jose they have right there. Yeah, I want it right there. Yeah.
These guys are having a barbecue in a few weeks in North Dakota. We can't make it because we're all the way out here. But if anybody wants to go, I'll give you their address.
Yep, it's open to anybody, everybody, whoever shows up.
You have to go to a tiny little town outside of Bismarck, North Dakota.
You know what's good about that? It's like rural. Nobody fucks with you.
I love that.
You can have a biggest fucking party and nobody fucks with you.
I love that.
And not only that, if you happen to have a heart attack, Shanty is a first responder, so he could actually take you to the hospital himself.
No,
he'll have, but he can get
He'll
somebody.
be too drunk.
Too drunk. Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
I'm not on call that weekend, so.
See, our local sheriff's department's what, 30 miles away.
So Shanty will just laugh at you as you die of a heart attack. Sucks to be you.
But if you do go to the barbecue, you got to at least bring a pizza.
No pizza allowed. It's all brisket and pulled pork and barbecue food, Matt.
I know, but you have no pizza delivery near you, so it would make sense for someone to bring you a pizza.
I suppose.
So Shanty, I'm from Portland. Will you have some vegan brisket?
Yeah. You got to give me a day to reprocess it, though.
To reprocess it. That wouldn't be vegan.
It would be.
Not if it was coming through you. You're
Depends
human.
on what I had to drink that night too.
Yeah, I've been through this with these guys about.
Well, although if
reprocessing
you were
food.
somehow to be made a vegetable, then you would be vegan.
Well, he's drinking that Jose Cuervo.
There's a good chance of me vegging out if I drink that Cuervo.
Yeah, he's got to earn money tomorrow.
Yeah. Speaking of, I gotta go. It's
We all
He's
have to
earning
earn
money
money
tomorrow
tomorrow.
through his OnlyFans account.
I'm thinking of actually opening one of those. These guys are making so much money, it's ridiculous.
But you got it. Yeah.
Well, there's the the whole feet thing. Evidently, that's pretty sweet. The
Yeah.
feet
The
and the hot
whole-
wax
yeah.
and the, yeah.
Everything's feet.
Everything
You
is-
don't have to show your
I-
face. You could be totally anonymous.
I don't have the feet for that.
It don't have. It don't matter. Somebody fucking likes them somewhere.
I got a pretty cool toe fungus. I might get a bonus for that.
Yeah, I was gonna say my feet. I got old man ugly feet. There's nothing attractive about my feet at all. So
Well, we are
Nails, you'll be fine.
We are in our final minute of the second annual Quibbly Awards, so
shit.
we're going to end it with the intro for season 5 and the outro for normal. So
Nice desktop.
Behold,
that.
trapped in a hellscape of their own invention,
hell's going
socially unaware old white men bound by the pretense of being fake lawyers yet knowing no law,
Something's not
no
happening.
exquisite Latin
Something's
terminology,
not
they
happening?
are inexplicably compelled to
It's playing
quibble
on a
over
different
minutia,
monitor or
squabble over
something. We're just
triflings, and
looking at the-
bicker like those who value their backyards.
all right,
The
I'll
video
stop
is
it.
We saw your desktop.
All we saw
Ah.
was your desktop and the thing.
All
So
right,
if
something
it was
happened.
You have
playing,
three
it was
very
playing-
clean folders, by the way. It was a very
Yeah,
neat.
Yeah.
It was
Very
super.
little
It
in
was
there,
super
uncluttered.
zoomed in too. So
Yeah.
obviously, there's a
blind.
wampus room eye problem thing happened. But
All right, I'm gonna-
Anyway,
So you didn't actually see anything, is what you're
Yeah,
saying?
we
It
saw your
was
desktop.
boring as hell.
Yeah. It sucked.
no. What I'm saying, do you have two monitors? Because you're probably sharing the wrong monitor.
I don't even know what I'm doing anymore.
How many screens are you looking at, Matt?
I have too many things open, probably.
Matt, I thought it was an artistic choice. I liked it very much. All we do is see people moving all the time. You went the other way with it. Good for
No.
you, man.
No,
Listen to any of them, Matt. It was
Mark is the
wonderful.
professional filmmaker here,
That's
so
I'm with Mark.
beyond.
Mark's right. Mark's right.
Freaking
All right, so-
Spielberg who? No, it's you.
Behold,
Do you see it
trapped
now?
in a hellscape
Yeah.
of their own invention,
Okay.
socially unaware old white men bound by the pretense of being fake lawyers yet knowing no law, no exquisite Latin terminology, they are inexplicably compelled to quibble over minutia, squabble over triflings, and bicker like those who value their backyards far too highly without even knowing the difference between an easement and an alleyway. At this very moment, you have entered the heart of the Law Offices of Quibble, Squabble, and Bicker. Let's get started.
All right, so that was obviously the intro.
I like the artsy one better. I'm sorry.
The artsy
I'm
one.
gonna go with the artsy one.
I don't even know what that was.
First one.
No, I get it. I'm seeing the vision, Mark.
All right, so
I
now
get
we
it.
have the official outro.
Yes,
So this will
thank you.
take us out of the show. For
All right,
today.
bye,
So
everybody.
here we go.
Your consultation with the Law Offices of Quibble, Squabble, and Bicker has ended. You may pay your retainer at www.qsblaw.org. Please exit to the right of the water cooler and grab a candy from the front desk. We hope to see you again soon, but you need to leave now. I said leave. Why don't they ever listen? Get out! Get out!
I know.
Wasn't that always our intro and outro for the past?
I said it was revised. The intro is revised. The outro is the same. But it's a good way to end the award show because it's the end of the award show, Greg.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. So I want to thank everybody for attending the second annual award show. For those of you who did not get to hear the opening segment, I could play it now, or you could just rewatch this later.
Oh, don't play it again, please.
Well, I don't mean all of the highlight reels from before. I just meant like the intro to the show itself, who weren't here at the very beginning for that.
That was impressive.
Was it? Did you like that, Greg? Did you actually like something I did? Kind of
I
shocked
did
about
for
that.
once. It surprised me.
For once. I know
That's
normally
good.
it's all
Good on
very
ya.
it's all very what's the word I'm looking for?
Gay.
Gay. I think that's right. I think that's exactly what it was. All right, so this is for people who weren't here at the beginning. If you were here at the beginning, just ignore this. It's not something you should watch. So here we go. This presentation is brought to you in living color on Zoom from the Bratschi, Petix and Haggerty homesteads in Portland, Oregon and Clearwater, Florida. Tonight, live, the Step Up to the Bar Association Legal Conference and Awards Banquet presents the second annual Quibbly Awards. The Quibbly Awards are brought to you by the Nickel Emporium, where everybody gets a nickel. Ground Force. Moles are the enemy. Safe Mart, be safe. Divisipam, why compromise and work things out? And the Clean Sphincter Society, your taint is your treasure. Ladies and gentlemen, we are expecting numerous luminaries to attend or cancel. And with your masters of ceremonies, the gregarious Greg Petix, the Brendarius Brendan Haggerty, and the malevolent Matt Bratschi. Welcome to the second annual Quibbly Awards! All right, there we go.
Excellent.
Enough narcissism, I suppose.
That was excellent.
All right.
Well
So
done, Matt.
again, if you weren't here, yeah, that's what I was spending like the last couple of weeks trying to do something that looks some little bit of spectacle for this, you know. And then of course I dressed like a funeral director, according to the guys from Happy Hour News Team. So I have to work on my presentation, I suppose, better.
I don't
Anyway.
think it's the dress so much as the whole presentation. It's not the dish, it's the plate. You know what I'm saying?
So you're saying that me in general, I come across as a funeral director?
As a whole package, possibly, with the suit and tie, yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, does it count if I'm not wearing a full suit?
Oh, God.
You know, I have to tell you,
No,
Brendan, I am going to use that when I get in bed with a guy next time. It's not the dish, it's the plate.
I love it. I love it. I'm glad to give it to you.
All right. Well, I want to thank everybody for coming out to the second annual Quibbly Awards. Greg, Brendan, please say whatever comes to mind, whatever you feel like saying to our guests who are still here. Currently, just so everybody knows, we have some listeners to our show who did not participate in the overall show. That's Paula and Jen. They were, and Anne from Florida is also here. And so thank you, audience, for being part of the audience. Appreciate you guys for witnessing this craziness. And again, Greg, Brendan, please say whatever you would like to say. That's in good taste.
You know, yeah, I'll do my best. I'm always I'm super pleased with everybody who's still here and everybody who came. It means a lot to me, and all of you are very super cool people that I would have never ever have met outside of this crazy project that Matt and Greg started 2 years ago and then sucked me into it for reasons unknown. But I'm really happy to have been along for the ride and happy to have met all of you along the way. And so thanks for coming out. I mean, it's a silly thing, but it means a lot, in a world like we live in, this little shit means something. So there you go. That's all I have to
And
say.
by the way, everybody, here's an announcement. We will no longer be bi-coastal starting the second and a half week of July because Brendan is moving to Oregon. So all three of us will be in this part of the world.
Nice.
So, Greg, what do you got, Greg? Greg?
Greg's muted.
I think Greg disappeared.
It's an artistic
There we
choice
go.
by Greg.
Oh, he is muted. Okay.
There we go.
He must have used the bathroom probably. It was
I
it was
concur
bound to
with
happen.
I concur with. I used it twice during this episode. I don't know if you I concur with my colleague Brendan that I am so.
Mark's dog is not happy with you, Greg.
I'm glad that Cujo could be here tonight. I concur with Brendan that I'm amazed that you guys came back and It's so fun. Like the fact that I never would have met all of you guys. It's this stupid podcast. We do get to meet people from all over the world, from England, Canada, North Dakota. It's nice.
Any other place you'd like to mention, Greg?
East Timor. Remember we had the cannibals on? That was a great podcast. That was one of our best ones. Yeah.
Yeah, the cannibals. They were the best.
Yeah. That was a good episode. I like that one.
They have good taste.
That was a good recipe for Waspy Soda Pop that week.
Yes. But thank you, everyone, for coming. And I can't say much because it's been 2 hours of drinking Holocaust whiskey.
All right. So any of our guests, is anybody left who hasn't spoken up that wants to? There's some people who are muted. This is your final opportunity. If you have anything you want to share with everyone else, Paula, Ann, Jen, any of you?
I like the roundtable situation that's happening here. It's great.
Well, hello there, Jen.
Hi.
The roundtable situation. What roundtable?
Well, when there's more people talking.
Oh.
You see, like that. Jazz hands.
Fossy. All right. Anyone else? Feel free. Speak up now or forever hold your peace.
Thanks, guys. It was nice being here.
Look, it's Ann.
Oh my God, it's Ann.
Ann was my favorite when she was eating the chicken. Just walking around eating chicken, and that was.
I think Paula popped up too.
That was my input.
There's a thing growing out of your head, Ann.
It is.
Oh, what thing? I can't see it.
She has to talk for people to see it.
It's a jangle. It's a candle.
Oh, now it's moved. It's no longer there. Okay, but Paula, did you have something to say?
No, I just enjoy the show, so I appreciate it.
Okay.
I'm not all the way caught up. I'm too behind, but.
Paula is another longtime listener. She's been listening since probably, I think, the first or second episode.
She's
as well.
right behind Happy Hour News Team. We're right there. There are golden listeners, as we call them.
Is that what we call them? We call them our golden listeners.
Our platinum listeners.
Just platinum.
By the way, we have sold 2 T-shirts over the last year. So somebody needs to buy a shirt that has Brendan's face on it, because they bought shirts with Greg's face and my face, so we need to even it out. So somebody buy a shirt that's got Brendan's face on it, you know.
I want to say hi to Kris too. Hi, Kris.
Hi.
Okay.
Congratulations, Kris, on your book too. By the way, that's awesome.
Thanks.
All right. Well, without any further whatever words would work best here, thank you all for coming for traveling so far to attend the second annual Quibbly Awards. We'll be starting to pick up more guests again this coming season. Season 5 starts next week. We'll actually have a comedian who'll be performing in Missouri this coming weekend, who will be our guest next Wednesday, a guy by the name of Danny Gonzalez. He should be funny. And we'll be getting a lot more comedians actually over the course of the next year, for those who care. And thank you all again. So good night. Good night.
Thank you.
Adieu.